All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Jacob Does Everything. My voice is gone, so you guys are gonna have to forgive me for that. Um, but we're gonna be doing sandbox mode, and we're gonna be starting a new park. Now, I would love to say that um, I could have delayed this video, but I didn't. I really just want to get a video out there with my actual voice in it. So this is what you're getting. This is what you're getting. But practically what we're doing in this sandbox park series is we're calling um, we're just gonna build a park straight off because in my opinion, playing this game in sandbox, in my opinion, of course, is the only fun way to play this game. So that's how we're gonna do it. But I think we're gonna call this park sort of tropical or temperate. So we'll do something like um, we'll call it the Hollow. Um, what today's episode is gonna be, and I'm not a very detailed builder in this game at all, but I'm gonna try with this park. I really am gonna try with this park. So what today's episode is gonna be is getting the paths built out. Hang on, I'm gonna make it build it bigger. And I need to take off the railing. But actually, hang on. We're gonna Control Z one more time. Um, Increases spacing. So now that we have a big row of benches and all that sorts, we're gonna build a regular path now this way. Now this is one huge pathway, you may say. Well, that's because I think this will be a very busy park if we do it right. Actually, I'm going to remove this segment right there. Um, there we go. Alright. Now, what we're gonna do since we have, actually, hang on, this looks kind of stupid. Anyways, hang on. So now you're probably asking, well, hang on. Whoa. Why is the, I don't know why it's glitching, guys. There we go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna edit this as well. Boom. They're a little uneven, I think, but it will be fine. So what we're first gonna do is we're gonna build a flat ride. We're gonna have two flat rides in these two like corners. We're gonna have a collider here. Oh wait. Boom. And then I think the queue style we're gonna go with for the front of the park will be like a brick. Hang on, we're gonna make this round. Or sorry, curve. But obviously, since I know this ride is a low capacity ride, hang on, we're gonna have to do straight. If that still isn't good, we'll update it later. But I think we're gonna call this something like what's it called? We'll just do Dutch's wheel. Let's open it. Obviously, our next ride will be another high capacity ride to balance out the lower capacity ride, which will be the carousel. I think that will be a long enough queue. It's just a carousel. And obviously, if we need to remove a few laps, we can. But I don't think we'll need to. I think we will do possible buildings and stuff in the next episode. But first, let's see if either of these get a long line. Probably not without all the scenery and stuff. And one reason why I'm keeping such a big area open at the front is because I'm planning a massive coaster to go there. And realistically, that would take up a lot of space at the front entrance. So that's what we're doing. Now, if we go in the first person, obviously our park's not much. But I do love this wheel, the Collider ride. It looks very cool on the main midway. And of course, we just have our typical old carousel, which has probably the highest capacity of any ride in Planet Coaster 2, which is just great for a park that will hopefully have a lot of roller coasters. Now, I'm not going to theme this park a lot. If this series does well, in terms of likes, views, and the park in general, we will probably do theming on a different park. But for now, this park is just a setup park to see how well a series like this can do in terms of just building a ride and such. But we are going to build a little more onto this park layout, or this part, the ride lineup, because we're gonna have a flat ride in every corner, which is gonna make this interesting. Next, we have a flying carousel, or as a lot of people say, Zephyr, or as this game calls it, a Charoplane. These rides, depending on where they're placed in your parks, can get long lines. And like I've said before, if these rides end up getting like super long lines or anything like that, we will extend their queues. That's why I'm only putting one flat ride in each area right now, each corner, as it stands. Next, I think we're gonna have to step up our game a little bit with another flat ride. And we're gonna add a thrilling, kind of high capacity flat ride. That should bring in the numbers, but it probably won't. It's the Iron Claw ride. This looks really good along the midway, I feel like. I'm not going to try to overbuild queues, because I always somehow do that. Oh, whatever. Actually, we'll just... And just like I've said, if this line it's full quick for this ride, we have a chance to expand it. I'm not gonna charge tickets, obviously. That will also help the popularity of this park, is to not charge for tickets for any ride. Charoplanes and the carousel typically have the same kind of relationship in terms of capacity, but I think a lot of the rides in this game ultimately do. Well, that's it for today's episode. Max guess currently 64. I imagine that will go up as we progress throughout. And the Planet Coaster days are long, so we aren't going to do it realistically based off of the days, because the days are, in my opinion, are just way too long. But if you guys did enjoy the start of this park, the park buildings, or the park rides, we'll do restaurants and all that in the next episode. But for now, I am Jacob Does Everything with a horrible throat. I'm hoping this gets better by next episode, because we'll probably have an episode next week as well. We might do it weekly or bi-weekly. I'm not for sure yet. But like I said, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe with the bell notifications. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace out, my friends.